Hello, everybody. Good morning, good evening in India. My name is Becky Raney, and Larry and I have been working with doTERRA for over 13 years and full time here since 2020 and the pandemic happened. We sold our print shop 1 month before the announcement of the pandemic. I couldn't believe it. We were so thankful, so lucky to be able to choose to work in India and meet all these beautiful, amazing people and truly bring the power of the essential oils to India. And I wanted to start out by sharing this video. Now, many of you may have seen it. If you have or you haven't, put a one in the chat if you have, and two if you have not. This is a 30-minute video by one of the leaders in the United States, Seth Resume, and I love this video. It really actually woke me up in my mind the difference between running a print shop and actually doing network marketing. I owned a business and it was a very successful business. I love doing graphic design and helping people with things. But I realized that yes, I can sell my business, but that's only going to last me for so long with that income. Network marketing talks about residual income, and that's what he's explaining in this video is residual income. And just a brief little conversation regarding that is there is a village, and a villager would travel to a stream and with buckets of water, fill up the buckets of water, and go back to the village and sell the water. And it was a long walk. I don't know, 1 mile, 5 miles, something like that. And and people would buy the water, business was good. So he realized he hired a friend to come with him and they would go back and forth and share the business, right? Share the income. And he realized that, boy, if he fell and broke his leg or if he got sick, that he didn't have any income happening. He couldn't go to work and do that. So they decided to dig a ditch and lay a pipe. Every time they went to the stream, they'd just take a few minutes and dig a little bit and lay a pipe. Dig a little bit and lay a pipe. Eventually, they had a pipe all the way to the village where they could just turn on the spigot and there would be this continual income. And this income is residual, meaning you have to, when you die, you're going to pass it on to your children. Like this is something that's going to be forever. And this whole analogy, it takes work. It takes work to dig a ditch, right? It takes work to lay the pipe. It takes an investment of your time. It takes hard work. And that is what starting with doTERRA or any business really, but when you're working in network marketing, we have this wonderful analogy of laying the pipes. And so in the ditch, we're laying these pipes to be able to build our business. And each is going to take time. You may not get money right off, right? You may not, you got to get a names list together. So this is pipes, right? PIPES, pipes. P stands for prepare, I stands for invite, P is present, E is an empower or enrolling people into the business, and S is supporting them. And each of these takes work. It takes getting a muscle to get good at each one. And that is what it's all about is building a business with doTERRA is being in action and getting good at each little step. Sometimes some people may not be good at one step, but really good at another step. So for example, I'm not so good about follow-up. I got so many things going on. Follow-up is one of my weaknesses. But my husband, he's really good at follow-up, for example. And so we complement each other and know that we're working on our strengths to be able to help our business work. And so, um, as you're building your business, you want to zone in on some of these things and really get really good at it and know that that is part of the struggle, part of digging the ditch and making this happen. And I wanted to share this with you because sometimes when I bring new people on to doTERRA, they think it's harder than they expected it to be. And well, when you get started on a brand new job, let's say you got hired to work at a new company, and the first day is always hard, right? The second day, maybe even the first week when you have no idea what you're supposed to do and it's really a struggle, that's kind of getting used to and familiar with what's happening with doTERRA. So, yeah, roll up your sleeves, take on this challenge, and I'm going to tell you that the faster you work, success loves speed. So to be successful in doTERRA, you want to really take on these challenges and challenge yourself. So the number one thing you want to do with the business plan is, of course, get going with your oils. So maybe you're on this video call today to learn about the business. Maybe you haven't joined yet, or maybe you joined a year ago and you're interested in, I want to know what this business is about, right? So if you got your oils, I recommend purchasing the 10 oil kit because then you have a plethora or a collection of different oils that are going to help you work with different avenues or different areas of your life and wellness concerns. And that's really powerful. You want to experience them, use them daily, and then receive a wellness consult with your upline. This is really important. Now, if you're a leader that's on this call or watching this video, have you given your new enrollees a wellness consult? I like to call this the second enrollment. This allows people to understand how to order their orders on the line, on the website, show them what the loyalty reward program is, and the loyalty reward program is the key to this business. A lot of other network marketing companies, they just go fast, fast, and they just want to enroll people and then they never follow up. They want to just get that first order and put them all on their top line, and they're competing against everybody. doTERRA is not like that. doTERRA works to support each other. And so when you are getting and sharing people the value and the benefit of deeper discounts on the loyalty reward program, you're going to have more of a residual income. Now, doTERRA talks about 80%, 70%, I think it's maybe even 65% on people in United States has that much residual reorder downline that's happening. And that's what you really want to get to. In India, now we have the valuable VMG and other supplement products that are going to really help with that ordering every month because they're a consumable product that you're going to go through every day. You want to really get good at learning the compensation plan. And when we're teaching these classes, you guys, we want to invite you to teach these classes with us. So, Jason, you're welcome to reach out to me and say, Becky, I want to teach a class. Maybe we have next week open to teach these classes so that you have these recordings that you can share with people and you have these tools and you get really good at teaching these classes and people really start to respect and understand what you're sharing. It's really important. Of course, you want to learn about the value of our company and the integrity that our owners have and the integrity of the products. We have this app that you can download here that is a beautiful app that you have on your phone that gives you a lot of wellness concerns, different protocols to work with on those. And then you want to commit to coming to these meetings often. These meetings are to be repetitive, going over and over again to simplify it for you in your mind. So it's really a good talking point. You can say this class in your sleep, right? And that's really important. That's what I expect my leaders to do. That is something that's really important. I think that if you're wanting to build and go, that this thing is a non-negotiable, right? So important. Okay, so here is how we get paid. We're doing this as a business. We all want to know how we get money, right? And this doTERRA's income, I've researched a lot of other network marketing companies. They have their payment structure is completely different than doTERRA's, and doTERRA pays very generously. Maybe not so much at first, and I'll explain why in a minute. But we have 5 ways you can get income with doTERRA. All of these are all stacked on top of each other for you to build your business. It's not one or the other, it's all 5. You can sell these products retail and you get 25% profit. Now, I know some people buy the oils and they sell them wholesale. That is not doing the business. You are a business person. You sell them at the retail price consistently, and you're following the good rules of a business partner. Number two, the sharing bonus. We'll go over that. Number three is the power of three. And then we have the unilevel bonus system or payout compensation plan, and then the leadership bonuses. And we also, I'm going to add this as number six. We have the boosting bonus, and we're going to go over that. And that's where the juice is of getting the extra gold nuggets of income. Okay. Now, when we're looking at this chart talks about um, ranking. And when we start to rank up in business as we grow our income with the residual income every month, um, we enroll people, we have our current customers that are ordering, our volume starts to increase. And when you get to a volume of 3,000 PV, now PV stands for product volume. So if you buy like a lemon essential oil, I think that's 13 PV. It's different in different countries, but it's about the same. And that is how we talk versus Indian rupees versus United States dollars. It's an equal conversation for us to talk globally on our points. So 3,000 PV is when you become elite. And elite is a rank that we'll talk more about here in a minute, but that is the core rank. It's not the first rank, it's the core business rank. So you're going to want to get to elite as soon as possible. Then the next rank that's something to pay attention to is called Premier, and that has two business partners underneath you that are executive. An executive is 2,000 volume each. And then you're going to want to have a total of 5,000 volume. And so that will give you approximately income of 73,000 Indian rupees a month. Now, this is fluctuating. It depends on how many people you enrolled. It depends on how the different bonus structures are working with your structure of your team. Now, to get to silver, that then is three elites underneath you. Okay, so that's really cool. That's about 100,000 rupees. Is that a crore in India? And then gold, you're looking at three premiers. So you can see that gold is a valuable rank because you have three business partners that has two partners underneath you. So you're starting to be a leader of leaders. Gold is a valuable rank right now because we are filling up our foundership structure in our business. And foundership in India, there's 40 positions, only 40, you guys. And so you want to be able to get to gold as soon as possible. And then we have higher ranks here as we go up. And doTERRA has the top rank is blue diamond. And once you get to blue diamond, you can actually see if I go here. Once you get to blue diamond, doTERRA will give you another business. You can start this all over again, having your current business and an additional business. So there's no cap with what you can make with doTERRA. I know people who have two businesses. Matt Hall has two businesses, and he's ranking diamond in his second business. So it's pretty incredible. Now, I want to focus the rest of our call today on these three areas, and actually four. We're going to include the boosting bonus under the power of three. And so how you can start to earn money quickly and get going fast, fast, fast so that you can get the value of this business. So here is a PowerPoint or a PDF that you can download off the doTERRA India website on the compensation. This is what one of the pages looks like. We're going to focus on the sharing bonus right now. And the sharing bonus is all about bringing people into your team, all about bringing people as customers. 80% of the people we enroll are customers. 20% are sharers, and maybe 1 to 2% out of that is going to be a business partner. So you want to be sharing, finding customers, and for 60 days, when you enroll that person and 60 days after that person's enrolled and purchased their kit, you're going to get 25%. You're going to get 25% of everything they purchased for 60 days. And this pays out weekly. This pays you out weekly. So this is a way you can get some income going pretty quick, right? And I always like to encourage people to get going on that right away so that they can pay for their first kit. Your goal is to get your first kit covered every month. You want to be able to have your orders paid for. Okay, now here's the golden nugget. Now that we have the supplements available in India, you have them order their first wellness kit, which would be like the 10 oil kit, for example. And then to get on the loyalty reward program, have them start out with the vitamins, minerals, and green sachets and the E omegas. Now this comes to 122 PV, and in order to be earning commissions with doTERRA, you want to have 100 PV in your template and ordering that every month. I recommend you order that between in the first week, between the first and the fifth, because then that's what a business partner does is they get going quickly so that they can be count onable within their business. And when you're looking at 122 PV, that qualifies you to be earning commissions so that you know if you enrolled somebody tomorrow, then you know that you're going to be getting those commissions into your bank account. Okay, so if you got somebody enrolling, and then the first month does not count for loyalty reward points. Just keep that in mind. Now, if you start and then you enroll somebody with the Foundational Habits Kit, you get 25%. So I'm going to share with you, keep track of this. If you enroll them with the Foundational Habits or the 10 Oil Kit, either way, you're going to get these PV points. And that is going to be 2,979 Indian rupees. Okay, that's how much you'll earn. So if your enroller who enrolled you will get 10% of that. So keep in mind when you're building leaders of leaders, this is powerful. So you get people underneath you enrolling, and you're going to get 10% of what they're doing as well. Okay, so again, the key to the business is duplication. So you want your people, your new customers, your new sharers and partners, business partners, to be ordering every month. The VMG is a consumable product where they'll be ordering every month, and they're going to be getting so much value from the product. They're going to be feeling better, their health is going to be getting better, and that's really the most important thing, right? So when we're looking at the second compensation part, the power of three bonus, when you enroll somebody, you put them underneath you. Okay. So you're the enroller, then you have them underneath you. And if you enroll one person, you have to have the enrollment one person of 100 PV. And then your leader upline could be enrolling people, but we always like to have you be responsible for your business and you enroll people. You can have 4 people, you can have 2 people, it can be one person, but that's kind of crazy. Usually it's 3 or 4 people ordering 150 or 200 PV of their first order. And you're going to be setting up your pod, your Power 3 pod, okay? And that is going to be a bonus of 3,500. Now, this doesn't count on the first order. I just want to be clear with that. It has to be the loyalty reward order, and that is the second month or when they get started on that template. So maybe you enrolled somebody 6 months ago and they placed an order of a lemon, and then you get them started this month with the vitamins, minerals, and greens or more oils or whatnot. Then they can get started on, you can get that they count for you in your Power of Three structure bonus, okay? Now, when you're looking at building your business, let's go back to the pipes. You want to establish a list of all the people you know in your life. Maybe there's people who've done network marketing before. Maybe you have a neighbor who has wellness concerns. Maybe your mom, maybe friends. Go through and write everybody down on your list that you know. And I usually like to go through and rate them as if they have potential of a business partner, if they have a wellness concern, if they have a big network of people that they know, if they have money for them to purchase the oils, right? That's real important. And go through and rate them. And you want to start out with people that you know who rate the highest in those points that I just listed. And you're going to want to put them on your top line. And usually, this is really critical you call them up, say, "Hey, Mark, I've been thinking about you and I want to sit down with you and have a conversation with you about this business that I'm doing. And I think you would be really great at it. And I wanted to go through and tell you I have very valuable real estate on my top line. And I want someone on that top line who's going to be committed, who's going to run with me, who's going to place an order every month, and so on, right? And then that way you're putting your team structure in a really perfect spot. And when you talk to those people first, you are positioning your business to be in a good position. So you're having people on your top line that are going to run with you. It doesn't always work out that way, right? Sometimes we have our best friend who we get along really well with and we think that they would really like it. But my best friend, she's not interested in this stuff. She's interested in crocheting and knitting, you know. She's not interested in natural solutions. And it's a disappointment for me. So sometimes you have to really take your filters out and not look at maybe wishing and hoping and dreaming that your best friend would do something with you when it's not their love and it's not something that you're going to struggle with it forever if they're going to be in this position. So be mindful about who you're starting out with and go with that. Okay, so now how to earn the power 3 on level 2. So as you're building your top line, then they're starting to build their top line, right? And you're starting to really build the business. So you have your one person that you've enrolled, or maybe you've enrolled all these people here, but you remember you have to have one person at least with the personal enrollment volume. And then your next people, this whole pod here that we just talked about needs to be total of 500 PV in this pod right here, this line. Okay. Then you teach these people to do the same. So you're going to have 3 people underneath those people creating your second level with 3 pods, pod 1, pod 2, pod 3, fitting the same requirement of 500 LRP points, okay? So you're going to earn 300 and 3,500 Indian rupees for your first one. Then you're going to help those 3 people earn 3,500. So you're getting them to get income first, right? And you're going to achieve the rank of 3,000 volume. So if these people are all doing the same thing, you're going to get the bonus of line 2. Now, does anybody on this call here know what the level 2 bonus is? Level 2 bonus is going to be 18,000 Indian rupees. You earn 18,000 Indian rupees just for teaching your first line people to get their pods going for their power of 3. That's really incredible. And you guys, this pays out every month. Every month. Now, if you are continually enrolling people, every month you enroll one person, 2 people, 5 people, whatever it is, if it's at least one person, now I teach my team, they should try to enroll at least one person every month, then you're having what we call um, your personal volume. Your personal volume will always be rotating through 12 month a 12-month period of time. So let's say I enrolled Mark today, and this is March. Every order he places in this bonus structure for a whole year, I get qualifying for a boost. And that is something that I really want you to understand, okay? We're going to go through that just a little bit more as an additional earning part. But right now, let's teach these people to teach these people to get each of their levels the same. They're going to have their power of 3. So if you have level 3 with all of them getting their pods fulfilled, and you're going to have 9 total, then you get a bonus of 70,000 Indian rupees. You guys, if this happens every month, you're going to be getting 70,000 Indian rupees every month. Okay? Now, the boost, again, you're going to get with you have 400 PV as personal volume in that month's time of all those people you enrolled over a month, over a year's time, totals 400 PGV, personal growth volume, then you get that boost of 3,500 Indian rupees. And this is what this looks like. So level 1, if you're working on level 1, and you have your personal growth volume of everybody you've enrolled over a year's time, and those quantity of people have 400 PGV volume, you're going to get a boost of 3,500 plus the power of three. It's going to be a total of 7,000 Indian rupees. So it's just a boost. It's an additional benefit of the first level. Level two, remember you get 18,000 Indian rupees for the power of three on level two. If you have your personal growth volume at 400 PGV, you get an additional 3,500 Indian rupees. Now, here's another thing. If you have been enrolling one person a month and they are all still ordering at least 100 points, or it totals 800 PGV, you get an additional 18,000 Indian rupees. So that is a total of 3,600 Indian rupee bonus of just people following and ordering. So your goal, when we go back to um, the the structure of the pipes, you want to powerfully empower people to understand the gift of these oils, understand the consistency of these oils, understand how to order, get them going independently and understand how powerful that is. And you keep them close to the fire by educating them with new products, new things, new kits, um, new ways to earn money, right? And so this is really a powerful thing. When you look at level three, you earn 70,000 Indian rupees when you have that full structure filled out. And then you have the boost of 400 PGV. Then you get an additional 3,500. It's standard, right? If you have 800 PGV, personal growth volume, you get 18,000, and that totals 88,000 Indian rupees as a bonus for teaching everybody that consistency, the loyalty reward program, the benefits that they get on using the products. And that is so important, you guys. This is how you can really sustain your business and get it growing. Now, I find that in India, a lot of people are not on the loyalty reward program. And this is where the fall down, the breakdown, what do you need to be able to help people understand the benefit of being on the loyalty reward program? Do some more studies on that. Figure out how to be more engaging and get people to come to these classes. Keep learning. I had a wonderful class yesterday on cooking with essential oils. We can do a class on how to clean with essential oils, how to detox. We have a 90-day reset program going on right now to get people used to the habit of taking the products every month with the VMG. Very important. Now, here's the other compensation payout that we get. It's called the Unilevel. And you can see here, now I'm showing you the whole plethora of the ranks. We have manager, director, executive, and so on. With your personal volume, ordering 100 PV every month is your commitment, right? To be able to get going with this business. Then you have an organization volume of managers at 500 PV or personal or team volume. Directors 1,000. Getting to executive, you want 2,000 growth volume. Elite will be 3,000. Premier again is your total volume on your team is going to be 5,000. And you have two legs, two people on your team that are building and they're ranking executive. And you can see how it follows through with the rest of it. What happens because you have the power of three on level one, doTERRA really wants you to build that structure and get it going powerfully for you so you get that boost and the bonuses on that. So then you want to increase your team levels and get to level two. You get paid 3% after the 60-day of the fast start bonus or the sharing bonus. Okay. So after 60 days, the person moves off that bonus structure and then they go to the unilevel structure and where you're getting these incomes. Now notice as you rank up, it will unlock different levels. So you don't want to build one leg all the way down to seventh level because if you're only manager and your volume is not there, you're not going to get paid on them. So be mindful to build across, then build down, build across and build down as your leveling up on your ranks, and it will unlock the different levels. And you can see as we get down to level 7, you're paid out level 7 when you're silver. That's incredible. And that is huge. That makes a huge difference because if you notice the structure of the business is you have few people on your top line, more people on your second line, and a lot more on your third line, right? And so you're getting paid a higher income on your lower levels. So as a leader, you're going to want to be enrolling people and putting them underneath your teams because you're going to be getting more payout as you build deep into your business. Now, I, as a rule, don't necessarily put people under the fourth level. I try to keep going on my top levels, but it doesn't mean that you can't, right? So be mindful with that. I want to show you this. This is really important. If we were to build the team perfectly, like 3 on your top line, 3 on their top lines, right? And then you're getting a perfect structure and everybody is ordering 125 PV every month. Um, this is a way that we can compare compensations to a different company. Now, a lot of other network marketing companies will pay more. They pay the 7%. They're flipped. Their 7% is on the top level. So people get more money at first, right? People get more money um, with other companies on the first level and the second level. And if you look at doTERRA, we pay, actually, it's the bonus system, so I need to change the slide. But we can look at the 3,500 Indian rupees if you get the bonus, right? Now, level 2, if you enrolled 9 people, and let's just talk about the compensation plan, the unilevel compensation as the bonus system. Level 2, you have 9 people, and then you're going to earn 3%, and that is at 2,528 Indian rupees. Other companies, it's 5,000 Indian rupees, a little bit more, right? Then level 3, if you have 27 people on the structure, if it's all perfectly structured and they're all doing 125 PV, you're going to be at 12,000 Indian rupees. The other company, it's a little bit more. Now, here's where the magic lies, you guys. At level 4, 81 people comparatively to both businesses, it's both at 5%, so it's equal. Now watch, this is where the gold happens. This is where you want to really be building quickly to be able to get more people underneath you, get them doing the loyalty reward program. Notice you'd be at 243 people at 6%. Look at the difference, 136,000 Indian rupees. Other company, it's only 113. Now, if we go to level 6 at 729 people, look, 409,000 Indian rupees. Compared to the other company, it's only 200,000. Level 7, look at that, 1,433 Indian rupees. That's 1 million more than the other companies. And so I hope that this really inspires you to realize that doTERRA is very generous. It may not seem like it at first when you're busy trying to get your 9 enrollments and 27 people, and it takes work. You're digging the ditch, laying the pipe, you're digging the ditch, laying the pipe, and just keep going with that, keep working with that, keep the eye on the prize as you really build a quality team, doing their loyalty reward orders, having them share, opening up their homes for inviting people for classes. And that is really the key of the business. Okay, so getting to the rank speed is very important. So when we talk about all the things that we just said, if you just started today really running your business, your goal is to enroll 5 new members in your first month. So you're launching your business today. It's just like you opened up a dessert restaurant. You share with all your friends, I'm starting my business on March 1st and I'm opening up. I need you guys to support me. Come support me, learn about this class, learn about what I'm doing. And if you enroll 5 people your first month and each order is under a minimum of 100 PV, you're going to educate them about the loyalty reward program. Your bonus and the sharing bonus is going to be 92.50. Okay. Now, if we go to um, goal 2, the second month, is you're going to also enroll 5 new people with 100 orders. You're going to maintain the 500 volume with your first level. You're going to educate new members, and you're going to find 3 wellness advocates as soon as possible. your bonus system, if everything stays that, you're going to earn 16,250 Indian rupees. Okay, then we go to goal 3. Month 3 is have everybody do the same thing. You're going to enroll 5 people with 100 PV. You're going to maintain. You're going to have 800 loyalty reward volume now because you're getting that volume from the prior 2 months. So you're going to get that bonus. You're going to educate new members about the loyalty reward program, and you're going to help them get their 3 people. So we're looking at the structure like this. You're going to reach the rank of elite. So you're going to be opening up and unlocking the unilevel commissions compensation. You got the fast start sharing bonus at this 20,000. You got the Power 3 boost at 36,000. Whoops. And then you got the unilevel, it's going to be at 9,250. And your total, if everything is perfect and just what we said, would be 65,000 Indian rupees. Now, this is not easy, but I've had people on my team do that. I had a leader last month enroll 10 people. And so you can do this. I believe in you. I know you can do it. And, getting to elite again is that core rank. It's very important. And it's part of building your team, building your business, right? And so goal 4, which would be month 4, to reach the silver rank. I reached premier on my 3rd month when I started building the business. Actually, I wasn't even building the business at first. um, and so it's really great to get that momentum and get that going and having people open up their home, helping them bring guests in and stuff. You're going to, if you do all this stuff, enroll 5 people, maintain the 800 personal growth volume, educate new members about the loyalty reward program, help your 3 wellness advocates achieve goal 3. Look at this, you guys. You can reach this in month 4, 166,000 Indian rupees. Now, you guys, this is a it's not easy but it's possible. And so when you're going out and building your business and doing stuff, it can be discouraging. And so people say no, especially when your best friend like mine said, no, I don't want to do the business. I don't want to do that. And it just really stabs you in the heart, right? Don't go there. You're going to have people say no. And I actually want you to go out and find 100 no's because in that 100 no's, when you reach 100 no's, you're going to have at least 5 business partners. You're going to have 80 customers. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be valuable. Well, maybe more like 40 customers, I'll say. So you want to get to the rank of silver quickly, and then the magic is gold. And so when you find the gold rank and you sustain that gold rank 3 months in a row, you get to become founder in India. And that is the prize that everybody's racing for because people in the United States, they only had 20 seats. And these people's payouts like over $1 million once a year, and it's paid out with 1%. So doTERRA India is going to take 1% of all their um, growth, of all their compensation, commissionable sales that they make, and they're going to take 1% of that, divide that in 40 seats. India is the largest country in the world by population, and so there's so much potential here to be able to race for that. There's not going to be any more seats, and it's a really important position to run for. Okay, so to be gold, you're going to have 3 premiers under you, so you want to be really mindful about teaching leaders of leaders. That's the game, duplicating your efforts, duplicating that. And you're going to have all different kinds of people on your team. You're going to have problem people, you're going to have complainers, and it takes a lot of mindset to be able to work with these people and encourage them, inspire them, and become aligned with the mission. Okay. And that's really what it looks like when you have the premiers. You're going to have 2 executives underneath each one. So I would take this chart and fill in people's names on this chart, like who's your first leader, who's your second leader, and who are their leaders, and so on, so that way you can really focus in and zero in on what your game is and goal. Well, you guys, that was the class. So I'm going to see if there's any questions. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recording so that we can um, get some questions unfiltered. And also, I just wanted to thank you for joining us today. and look forward to hearing from you.